There's only one way to celebrate International Cat Day: buying cat meme coins. We looked at GINNAN in the last video. If you don't know what GINNAN is, so you know the Doge dog, this is the cat that used to be the Doge dog's cat brother. You can see in a lot of the old photos and memes of the original Doge dog, GINNAN is there. Now the reason this meme has become so popular is because of the Nero coin. So the Doge dog owner recently got a new dog called Nero, and that coin pumped to around 300 million market cap. Everything low to medium cap related to Doge, and that whole family started running, which is why GINNAN started running as well. If you're interested in Nero, then watch the video I made yesterday. Now, I said yesterday, I think when one dips, the other will dip together as they run together as well. It looks like we had the top on Nero, and it's currently around a support area, and the GINNAN chart looks pretty much the same. It keeps looking like it's failed to break out of the 1100 region here. You can see all the long wicks into the resistance area, and then it dumped back down to this support area I've bought before. You can see the trend pattern in GINNAN. What we want it to do is maybe go somewhere down here and then start going back up. The thing is, today the market is pumping quite a lot, and you can see already that GINNAN's at an area of key support. So if these market conditions, the bullish ones, continue, now is probably not a bad area to buy GINNAN if you haven't already, as long as the trend stays intact. It's dumped about 40% into this area, which is a pretty decent dump. What you'd want to see is you'd want to see continued strength for GINNAN now to push above the all-time high and keep going. If you bought here, and let's say it started closing below the purple area, so like pushing down like this, you can either hold if you think it's bullish long term, and like I said, for me, that relies on if Nero is going to continue running, or you cut it and you try to buy lower. It depends on your trading style. So at the minute, GINNAN is around 55 million market cap, but if we go to Kaito AI's token mindshare, we can see that GINNAN is the 6th most talked about meme coin on Twitter and other social media sources. To me, that shows a big discrepancy between the amount of people talking about it and the actual market cap. Now, using Kaito AI, I can see when a coin has a lot of mindshare, the price tends to go up as it tends to be a coin that sticks in people's heads. If we look deeper, we can see that CoinGecko tweeted out about GINNAN being one of the top 5 trending coins. So you had nearly 50,000 people saw that tweet, and you have other influencers, 8,000, 40,000, 8,000 again. This is the daily measures of GINNAN on social media, particularly Twitter, as you can see, and it's been quite heavy for the past week. Now I can see that that's dipping as well. Maybe that's coinciding with the dip on the chart, but once it's in people's heads, it will pump again in price and mind share as well. Like you can see here, the narrative around GINNAN is that it's Kabuso's best friend, and there's a lot of picture evidence to show that. By the way, Kabuso was the name of the original Doge dog, if you didn't know. So I think this is a narrative that will stick, especially if you think Nero will stick, and I think Nero is probably going to go to $1 billion at some point. Before we look at our next coin, let's look at the strength of Solana. If we zoom out, we can see that there's always been a big area of support around the 120s region for Solana, and every time we've dipped into it, the market has bounced away. On the current crypto nuke, this was no different. We had the dip into the 120-ish, a bit lower region, and a very strong bounce away. I've discussed previously this chart, which is charting the strength of Solana against Ethereum, and we can see that it's breaking out on a daily chart. This tells me that Solana is going to run harder than Ethereum in the meanwhile, so it makes more sense to concentrate on Solana meme coins, and GINNAN, by the way, is a Solana meme coin. With that in mind, let's look at the biggest cat coin on Solana, POPCAT. We first rode POPCAT from around 44 cents, but if you look at the chart, it's pretty correlated with the success and strength of Solana. It's pretty similar in that there's a massive area of support that he wicked through. You can see the long tail of this candle here, and he just very strongly bounced away. Now it's close to some resistance here, so I don't think I'd buy it right now, but what you can do is buy on any dips. If Solana keeps running, which it looks like it's going to, and you want higher market cap meme coin exposure, POPCAT is a good one to have, because every time Solana runs, POPCAT runs as well. There's an area of support around here which I wouldn't be surprised if POPCAT dipped into before it carried on for a next leg, something like this, or it might even just go straight up now. So if you wanted to, I would maybe see if it broke out again and then do something like that, and you would buy the breakout and cut it if it fell back below the green area of around 64 cents. A thing with POPCAT as well is that I always talk about the 50 level of the RSI. We can see POPCAT dip to around 34, which is the lowest it actually has ever been. So that acted as like a kind of support, and it looks like it's breaking above 50. And I always say when it breaks above 50, that's a start of a new bullish trend. This is a daily chart, by the way. If I switch the RSI colors to green being when it's over 50 and red being when it's under 50, look at the last few times when it flipped green. You had a big run up here. You had one or two choppy moments here, but you still would have caught the next massive leg up from around 50 cents, and then it ran to $1, so a 2x. $1 for POPCAT is $1 billion market cap, and that's a mental barrier in a lot of coins, which is why I think it dumped once it hit there. But it's already shown the market that it's capable of reaching that high, so I don't see why it can't reach that again. It's also still the third most talked about meme coin out of all the meme coins, so it still has a lot of attention. And if you know the original POPCAT meme, there's like a cult following around it, and cults are always good for meme coins. If we look at the centralized exchanges that POPCAT is on, we can see it's already on Bybit and Gate.io, but it still has a target of reaching Binance and Coinbase. There's been a lot of rumors for a few weeks now that POPCAT is due to get listed on Binance. When that happens, that would further solidify POPCAT as one of the leading meme coins. So you could look to buy now if you think that is going to happen sometime in the future. But what we'd really be buying POPCAT for is as kind of like a beta buy to the strength of Solana. Let's look at channel favorite Mr. Miggles. In yesterday's video, it was around here, and we said we wanted buyers to step in and form a double bottom kind of like pattern, and that is exactly what happened. So I was watching quite a few of the bigger wallets, and there was a guy who dumped us down from around here to there with around 5 million Miggles tokens, and as soon as he sold everything, it was absorbed pretty quickly, and you can see the run up now. What I've been waiting to happen for a while has finally happened, in that the RSI is broken above the 50 level. To me, this is a signal that maybe Miggles is starting his trend reversal and a bullish trend is starting. If we look when the 50 level was lost last time, it was when the price was at around 8 cents, and we had the massive drawdown since then. Now, as I'm recording, we can see price pushing into the purple area that those who watch my channel know I've had marks for a while. What we want is what I planned out here yesterday. We wanted to go into and above the purple area and start pushing away in this manner. That would 100% confirm to me that the bottom is in and that the trend has reversed. If you zoom out on a 3-day chart, you can see all the long wicks that happened before the dump at around 8 to 10 cents. But look at the 3-day chart now at the bottom. You can see we've had long wicks down into roughly the 1600 areas. That looks like it's been scooped up, and it looks like the coin is about to leg up again now. What people forget is that Miggles is 23 days old, not even a month old. So it's still building a community. It's still establishing key connections with important firms in the crypto space. And I know from speaking with the team and being in the Wales group that there's some good news coming, which should hopefully be publicly announced next week. But the news will help Miggles get to another level in where it wants to be. Something that I saw today is that if you know Base Chain, there's a coin called DGen, and it's classed as a meme coin because it's around Farcaster, which is like a social media kind of platform based on Base Chain. But the important thing is that Coinbase has listed DGen on their futures markets today, and this is the first time that Coinbase has actively listed a Base Chain token onto their futures platform. So as Imperius puts it, it's the first Base Chain native coin to get love from Coinbase directly. So I think that's led to some speculation that more Base Chain coins will be listed on Coinbase. So you can see he says Miggles, Toshi, Chomp and Brett, they're all up 10% and higher today after this news happened, because now people are expecting more Base Chain coins to get listed. If we get a real Base Chain season as well, I think it's quite likely that we'll see more coins listed. We've already looked at the biggest market cap meme coin, so let's look at the second one, which is MOG on Ethereum. For meme coins, I always say that having a big cult is one of the big things that needs to happen, and with MOG, it has probably the biggest cult on Ethereum besides Pepe. As Murad mentions here, MOG is a quite normie friendly meme, so if you go into things like TikTok and search for MOG, you will get so many tags and impressions around the MOG meme. So this is a meme coin that isn't just limited to crypto Twitter culture or crypto culture. It has the potential to be more normie friendly, like a Doge or a SHIB went to. That's probably why it's already the highest market cap cat coin on Ethereum. So it's similar to POPCAT in that it's around the 500 million market cap level right now. But out of all the talked meme coins, it's currently 7th for mindshare. So there's currently more people talking about MOG than Bonk, which is over $1 billion market cap, and SHIB, which is I think 10 billion market cap these days. So the cult is there, the mindshare is there, the market cap just needs to catch up. Now earlier on in the bull run, MOG went to around 900 million I think. So like POPCAT, it showed that it can reach $1 billion or close to $1 billion. Earlier on in the video I said we wanted to play Sol coins because of how strong Solana was against Ethereum. But this is a chart to watch, because if we had something like the Solana Ethereum chart break below and the momentum switch back to Ethereum coins, MOG is one that you would want to play and watch. So I've mapped out what I think are the key areas on the MOG chart. We can see hit a high of around 2400, which coincided with a touch of the RSI going to oversold and then making a divergence. If you don't know what a divergence is, it's when you get price going up but the RSI is creeping down. So they're going in opposite directions, and it can be a good signal for tops, especially on lower market cap meme coins, I think, because they're not as efficient as higher market cap ones. You can see it happened another time on MOG actually while I'm browsing. You can see here and here we had the same divergence pattern in the RSI. They can be good sell signals, and the reverse is often true for buy signals. So from the high, MOG wicked all the way to a minus 70, which for a meme coin of this size would have been a gift if you could catch it, and it bounced from the perfect support area of around 8,000. And we can see another area marked out here. When it bounced, it got to around there, chopped a bit, but it reclaimed that level, and now it's got a massive push. Now the chart is very similar to POPCAT in that it's near resistance, and I would play it exactly as I would play POPCAT. Personally, I wouldn't buy here. I'd either wait for it to dip down again into here, or I would buy when there is confirmed reclaim above this level to do something like that and push above. You can see on the RSI as well, it's not quite above the 50 yet. That would be another confirmation for me that MOG is just going to continue going up. The thing at the minute with MOG is that it's competing with Nero that came out of nowhere recently. So it's going to be interesting to see over the next few weeks or so how Nero and MOG compete for what will probably be the spot of the second highest meme coin on Ethereum after Pepe. You can see today that one is up and the other is down. That's something to keep an eye on, I think, because you could potentially rotate in and out of the two. The last coin I want to talk about is one called PURR. I don't see many people talking about this, but a lot of my smart friends talk about it. To first understand what PURR is, you have to know what Hyperliquid is. And that's a decentralized exchange that has been gaining a lot of attention and growth over the past months. So Hyperliquid allows people to trade without using a centralized exchange, such as Binance, Bybit. We can see that this week, Hyperliquid reached a new all-time high for their perps volume of around 4.3 billion. This shows how fast Hyperliquid is growing, as that's quite a lot of volume to be doing on a non-major exchange. So how does this relate to PURR? Well, PURR is the meme coin developed by Hyperliquid, and at the minute, since there's no real Hyperliquid token, it acts as a proxy for the success of Hyperliquid. So you can see this week the volume on there has gone up so much that this has resulted in the price of PURR going up as well. I've used a 12-hour chart on PURR just to map out some key levels, and just like every other coin we've looked at, it had a very big drop during the crypto nuke recently. You can see on the 12-hour chart we went to the oversold area of RSI into a big support area. Now when this happens, this is usually a pretty good buy. You can see the strength since then. It's gone right back to the resistance area that's close to the all-time high, which is around 22 cents. Just like POPCAT and MOG, the chart is kind of at resistance. Although with PURR, you can see we kind of hit the resistance, dump back down into or around this area, around these areas here, with this wick down. And now it looks like it's going to continue. So, and breaking out of here. So I can see playing PURR for the breakout and cutting it if it starts to fade below. Like let's say it makes some kind of double top here now and starts dipping below. That'll be a place to cut because then the breakout has failed. I think it's a good idea to keep track of the Hyperliquid volume and metrics that keep coming out every day and see how much growth it continues to get, as this is the best proxy for it right now. The 12-hour chart as well, the RSI has gone above 50 and it looks like it's bouncing above. So if this can push to another area of oversold like it did here and like it did at the top of 22 cents, then if there's enough strength, we want that to push up, which should get this push up in price and also make the new all-time high. Okay, that's 5 cat meme coins for International Cat Day. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite one. If you like the analysis, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see